Tonight we are dealing with this 2012 Honda Accord. It was brought to me to inspect, check, and see why the airbag light is on. And quickly off camera, I scanned it. And these are the trouble codes. These are actually the only codes in the vehicle. So they are related to, looks like the passenger seat, the weight sensing system, the occupation detection system, so on and so forth. So that is what we are dealing with. That is what's turning the light on. And let's see if we can do anything to get rid of it. Okay, so I've got the key back on. And again, let's see what we can do here. So let's back out. That fault was those two faults are recorded in the SRS unit, which is basically the main airbag control unit. Let's see. One thing I want to try. Let's see, special functions. See if there's anything in here. Okay, so let's see, what is this? Okay, so before I even attempt this, let me show you one thing that is a guide, or helped me at least get an idea, or at least it's some piece of information. So I tried to look up these codes in my service info that I use, and nothing actually came up. So if I hit that help menu there, it gives me basically like a description of the system and what it's related to and why it's coming on. So you can see there, and it looks like there's a serial ID code inconsistent with the front weight sensor unit. It describes as if one was possibly replaced with an incorrect one. And then again, if I go help for this one, this refers this to, again, serial ID code inconsistent with the OPDS unit, so on and so forth. So that was a piece of information that I could not get from my actual service provider. So it's definitely helpful there. Let's again go back. Let's see if we can perform this initialization, see if it's part of that. One thing I did find on service info is if an airbag control unit, the main one, is replaced, then you have to perform this initialization for the passenger weight sensing system. So I guess for the two to marry each other or get to know each other. And these are different portions of the system. This is for position, this is for weight sensing, and I guess based off of this, which again that was helpful, it tells you that if you do the ODS, it performs for both the weight sensing and the position. So instead of doing these individually, I think I'm going to try this route. Let's see. Alright, so okay. So it says to make sure none are stored except the following, which I think we had 8564 possibly. I don't remember, but battery. So here we are showing 12 and change, so that's good. Seat is dry. No one. Let's see. No one's. Which I put the seat up vertical already. And let's see. Alright, so it's telling us that I can be in the car. I wasn't too sure about that, so I started the procedure with me outside of the car. So let's hit OK. Okay, so supposedly looks like it's completed. Let's see. Reperforms whenever any parts of it is disconnected from service. Okay. Okay. Condition check. Alright, so that message is different from before. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's doing each one separate. Looks like it's doing all three things. Obtain no given value to input on the phone screen. Obtain a weight. Well, I don't really have one. One thing I did notice right away, the airbag light was on next to the seatbelt light, and that's actually off right now. So I don't know about going forward, but let me hit cancel first, just because I believe I don't have a weight, an actual calibrated weight. So since I don't have the calibrated weight, I'm going to hit cancel, knowing that I can go back into this procedure individually in that SWS portion and perform an actual weight calibration. Okay, so we're backed out. Let's, I'm going to clear and then reread, even though it did show that it was clearing it before. So let me cycle the key. Turn it back on. Okay, so supposedly it cleared it. Let me start the vehicle. So airbag light is currently off. Let me read trouble codes. Alright. So no codes present after what you just saw this perform. The initialization to get rid of those codes that were there present. And I couldn't get rid of them before, so let's see. Let's see about this. So nothing there. Let me get something. Okay, so this is full. So let me put that on the seat. Alright, so just over 9 pounds. I will remove it. And it's off. And let me double check something. Alright, again, just to show you, which obviously you guys can't feel, but this will prove it out. This is a fully, unopened. Okay, so we will weigh this. Let me lay it down. It shouldn't matter. Alright, not too far off. 9.6, definitely not nothing too crazy far off. So I'm gonna just double check this guy here. Alright, so 2 readings, full bottle, 9.6. Let me get this guy again. So yeah, 9.3. So I would say that's not crazy far off from what we read on the actual scale. And it makes me kind of think we'll be all right. So, and just to quickly show you, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but some of the, so there's been paint work. This looks like it's been in an accident. If the front was painted or not, well, I definitely know the other side was, but I would almost bet or think that maybe it was in the front end accident. So it makes me think that possibly the airbag module must have had some work, whether it was reset, replaced, or whatnot, and then they were not aware that the calibration has to be performed when replaced. Alright, so I've backed out, and as you can see, SRS is good. All modules are good, no codes. As I told you, that was the only code in the whole car, was those two in the airbag module. Once it's cleared and we back out of the full system scan, health report, everything shows good. So we can back out. Let's see, we'll back out of here. Okay. So, yeah, actually, and as you can see, so this one it's a new one I've been messing around with. It's a launch tool. You can see it's the X431 Pro TT. And I'm trying to, test drive this guy, kind of push the limit. Maybe I'll do a review or whatnot, but any of these tools, I expect them to do everything that most do, which, it's going to do OBD codes. It's going to do, scan all modules. It's going to do live data. It's going to do, bidirectional actuation, so on and so forth. Where these start to differentiate themselves on capabilities is based on how much it's called factory type access and abilities that they give you, and based off the price. Now these units are very, very competitively priced for if it's going to start giving me access to all vehicles to be able to perform jobs like this, where the Honda HDS unit is supposed to perform. So, okay, guys. So there you go. Again, you saw. It's definitely looking like it's going to be a capable tool. I'll continue to use it and start looking to see about these special functions that could be limited in other tooling, especially again for the price. For this one, the car itself, we are no longer having any lights. The customer can pick up, be good. All systems will be working. The no more airbag light, so on and so forth. So got one done, calibrated, no issues. Hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it, learned what to do for that, those trouble codes, and no parts needed. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until the next time, we'll see you then.